Hello, guys. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Black Spin Global podcast. I am Lucy.
And I'm Eugene.
And, guys, welcome to our Roland Garros French Open
Salut,
preview.
salut à tous.
Well done, Eugene. Salut à tous, à tout le monde.
Okay, like, listen, man, just give me
Bonjour,
something.
bonjour
Like,
à tout le monde. Bienvenue au podcast. Je suis Lucie et toi, t'es qui?
je suis Alan Eugene.
Yeah.
Just fumbled. I'm sorry. Got
No, you
nervous.
did well. No, you did well. From hola a todos to bonjour tout le monde.
Multilingual. Trying to be like you, Lucy, man. I'm trying to
It is
be
what
like
it
you.
is. It is what it is. How you feeling, Eugene?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm looking forward to this, I'm really looking forward to Roland Garros this year. Like, I feel like
Same.
because we've had a lot of success, especially on the women's side,
Mm-hmm.
there's reason to be excited. What about you?
For sure. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think I had this much excitement for Roland Garros initially. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited. But I think also I want to give us props. We've been podding a lot, like the
Oh
last
man,
2 weeks is
yeah.
like our
Content.
third pod. And I think this
Content.
is actually helping me to be even like more excited
Oh,
for
I
it because we're
love
talking
that.
about it a lot, especially that I've been open to
Yeah.
about how I was feeling like, so yeah, this is actually exciting. So yeah, this is the first time in a while that I'm actually excited a lot for Roland Garros, except for when I remembered that for the UK watchers, and actually
Oh,
also in the US, the French Open will be on TNT Sports, no longer on Eurosport. Now, if you're like me, who was not a massive fan of the Eurosport UX and was begging for it to be gone, it looks like we prayed a bit too hard, and we should be careful for what we wish for because now what with TNT Sports, which isn't too bad, the only issue is the cost is a little bit high. So yeah, I won't blame some of you guys if you're not going to watch it. Um, yeah, so
that
just
is
a
quite
reminder
annoying.
on that. It is
Yeah.
very annoying. It's very annoying, and that won't be just the case for French Open. This will be also be for Australian Open because they used
Okay,
to be on
next year.
Eurosport.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it is unfortunate, but it's just for everyone. Even in the US, they're covering the TNT Sports covering French Open, hence why they have this massive big list of like, broadcasters and everything, which we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. No, I'm
We'll see how
looking
that
forward
goes.
to it. I'm looking forward to it.
For
But yeah,
sure, for
what a
sure.
draw. Like it's so I think on both sides there's reasons to be kind of excited. Um
It reminds me a little bit of like Indian Wells, where we were going into Indian Wells and not really knowing who are like the big players is going to
yeah.
take the title. That was like Sinner was gone. Alcaraz form wasn't like the greatest of the best. Same with the women as well. It was a little bit up and down, especially with the top three at that point. Sabalenka, Igor, Coco. And to me, that's exciting. I
Yeah.
like when I'm going to a tournament and I'm like, I don't know who's going. And it's even more exciting when it's both. And yeah, obviously everyone still has their favorites. For the women, a lot of people probably have Sabalenka still as their favorite, which I can understand. Again, credits to her this season's been remarkable. The men, some might still pick Alcaraz, especially that he's been playing a lot better this clay season. And he just won a title at Rome. So yeah, that's how I feel. How do you feel?
Yeah, no, exactly. There's I think we're gonna get a winner on the women's side, as in a black spin winner.
Oh.
Um so we'll see. But even on the men's,
We
like
didn't even get to the predictions yet. He's ready. He's like, you know what? F
he's gone
this, you
early. He's
know?
gone early. But even on the men's side, like yeah, I feel like again, like you said, Sinner being back, Alcaraz is playing well. Like there's going to be some good tennis like played. I think
For sure.
across the 2 weeks. So I'm looking forward to that. I think we should start with women though.
Yeah, let's not win. But before we get to that, obviously the ceremony was today. Can you explain to me why Usman Dembele was there?
He's like the go-to man in Paris right now. PSG Champions League
Oh,
finalists.
Eugene didn't even clock that I was saying it. I was like, Eugene is like straight football serious. Like, nah, he's the guy. He should
Come
be
on,
there.
man! French World Cup
No,
winner.
yeah, but hold on. This is Roland Garros. The same like is French Open. It's just tennis. Like, you don't think it's a bit surprising that a
Not
football
not
player
really.
is at
I think I want to see more of that.
the draw ceremony?
Definitely.
I'm not mad at it,
Lucy,
but I feel like
PSG are in the Champions League final, so like it's a big deal, and that's going to be
okay,
played soon.
okay,
Um,
fair enough. My bad,
Carlos
bro. I
Alcaraz
was
is a big football guy. He's a massive, I think, Real Madrid fan.
My bad, bro. I was just asking a question, okay? It was Eugene was looking at me like, "Why you asking silly questions, bro? It's Usman bloody
No,
Dembele." My bad,
I
yo.
like seeing him there. It was cool.
Now,
And he,
I'm
and
not.
he,
That's the thing. I wasn't upset about seeing him
yeah,
there. I was
yeah.
just surprised. And for context, for those, obviously, we have a lot of American listeners. For those who don't know, he's just a soccer player for PSG. So yeah, he was at a ceremony. I think there was other celebrities, but Usman Dembele, obviously being him,
He was actually like literally picking out names, like
this is
yeah,
exactly. So that's
part of the
why I
whole
was
ceremony.
like,
Yeah.
so can you understand a little bit why I'm like,
I
wait,
mean, it
Usman
was cool.
Dembele?
I liked it. I liked it.
Okay,
But
cool.
of course, it's like I guess odd or strange, like a non-tennis player being present. But
Exactly.
why not?
Okay. My bad, bro. I was just asking a question. That's it. But okay, cool. So let's get with the woman. We're going to start off with Coco Gauff.
Second
Um
seed.
second seed. Thank you. I was just about to check. So her draw, by the way, if you are listening on audio, we actually put the draw on the screen for the ones who are on YouTube. Shout out to our YouTube subscribers. Hey. Because if I say all the names on these draws, I'm a butcher it.
Stop
Okay.
it.
So yeah, so in all honesty, looking at her draw, to me personally, it looks good.
Decent.
I'm not that scared. I think it will only get a little bit tough when she gets to the fourth round, where she could face Krejcikova. And I think if she doesn't face her, she might be okay. She will be okay. I definitely see her going to the second week. But yeah, honestly, she's been on form this clay season. She's been playing really well. Again, the issue that she's having, we've said this before, the errors, the double faults. I really, really hope that she's been taking some time during this week to work on it because that's literally the only thing that's really like costing her. But yeah, how do you feel?
Yeah, no, I'm always confident about Coco. Like, so this is her
Mm-hmm.
sixth. This would be her sixth Roland Garros. Um, yeah, she's always made. Well, she's the first. Her first appearance was in 2020, and yeah, she was the
Mm-hmm.
second round. Since then, she's always made second week. Like consistency. Obviously, a former runner-up as well. That's 2022. Last year semi-finals. Like clay is a surface she's very comfortable on. So
Mm-hmm.
I am. I don't. You know me as well. I don't like looking at like projected draws and like who she can play
Yeah, you
second
don't.
round, third
Yeah.
round, fourth. Like because yeah, things could happen in the first round. So and that just blows everything up in terms of
Mm.
potential opponents. But just going by her form, back-to-back clay court finals or WTA 1000 finals. Sorry, Madrid and Rome. She's playing good tennis, and I feel like yeah, her confidence is pretty high and rightly so. And yeah, that opening round, Olivia Gadecki, she's a good player, Australian. Like she's a decent player, but I think that's a nice opening round for Coco, like to kind of
Exactly.
ease her way in. And
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
don't really expect her to yeah cause Coco too much trouble really.
Yeah. That's
So
true.
yeah, good opening round for Coco, and I think yeah, not to get too excited, but yeah, the draw does look good for her. And
Mm-hmm.
she's just one of the most informed players as well, and I think that's gonna yeah, that will stand her in good stead, like for this fortnight. So
For
yeah, we look
sure.
forward to seeing how she proceeds.
For sure. A massive good luck to our girl Coco. I'm actually kind of excited to see what she will wear for, French
Oh yeah, the
Open.
fit, of course, of course.
Yeah, because the Miu Miu was only for Rome, and the next one we're going to see will be at Berlin during the grass season. So, yeah, let's see. Maybe she might just go back to what she wore in Madrid. Who knows? Maybe, but we'll see
Interesting. Yeah,
anyways. But yeah, up next, Queen of Italy, world
Jazzy.
champion, Jasmine Paolini. Good draw as well. I think likewise as Coco. I feel like the fourth round, this French Open, they're looking really, really, really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, fourth round will be interesting for me. I feel like because of Elena Svitolina, I feel like Svitolina, honestly, when she cracks on, she's like really good. They've had very tight, intense matches as well. And Svitolina, when she's playing against top players as well, she's been, she can bring her A game. But yeah, obviously Jasmine Paolini, we need to remember she's a finalist from last year. So on top of her being a finalist last year, recent Rome champion, there's definitely a lot of eyes on her. Do you think that she'll be able to defend her points?
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna say she's definitely gonna go deep. Um, but yeah, but basically I don't want to say my favorite. I mean, you probably already know who my favorite is. But yeah, I think second week for Jasmine.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, I don't think now. I think Rome is such a good kind of example of where she's at, like mentally as well as obviously her
Mm,
game. Like she not only did she play well, but like she dealt with the pressure of
hmm.
like all the eyes being on her, being like the home favorite, and like yeah, the expectation now because she's yeah one of the top. She's recognized as one of the top four women now in the game, and rightly so. So I
Mm,
feel like she's basically this year she's dealt with that kind of pressure better than well last year because
hmm,
last year it was
hmm.
like all kind of I guess it was just all like momentum. Like she was just playing and like it was just a thing of everything
True.
just
It was
happening. Whereas,
new and everything.
yeah, whereas now it's like, wow, like I'm actually established. Like people know who I
Mm,
am. Like
for
players are
sure.
scared to see me. And like now she needs to basically play to the ranking and she's doing that. So again, I don't think a lot of no one's gonna want to see Jasmine Paolini like
Yeah.
in their section of the draw. And I do think she's gonna go deep again. I finals. I don't know if she's going to
Yeah,
reach the
I get why you're a bit thing because from her quarterfinals, for example, she could get Iga, Rebekina, Ostapenko, we know how she is. Semi-finals, she could get Sabalenka, Qin Wenjing or Schneider. So yeah, I feel like, and that's what I was saying from like round four. If she passed round four, it could be good, but quarterfinals, semi-finals, depending who gets
yeah.
there, it could be really tough
Because
for
even in
her.
that round four, sorry to cut you, but like it could be Vekic, Donna Vekic, and like
That's true.
that's
Do you know why I didn't
also
really mention Donovan because it's clay.
yeah. I suppose she won a silver medal at the Olympics, no, or was it bronze?
True. Well, okay. Fair enough.
Like
Maybe
she
I need
can
to
play
put some
on
respect
clay.
on Vekic. My bad, bro. My bad. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyways, but I agree with you. She's definitely making second week. And I just hope that I feel like one thing about Paolini, she knows how to handle the quote unquote pressure because I don't feel like
Yeah,
she has it in her. If she plays like she did during Rome, as we said before, like she was playing with so much freedom and stuff, she'll be good.
definitely.
She'll be fine. But yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. This is just a quick break. If you are enjoying our show and our podcast, please make sure to leave a review and rate our show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any other DSPs. This will help us to reach a wider audience just like you and get a lot more listeners so we can keep on building our community and give you these great podcasts as well.
And if you're watching on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe.
And as you can see here, our beautiful merch. Make sure you go on Black Spin Global Podcast to cop our merch. This actually helps us fund this platform to keep on giving you these podcasts and most importantly, to attend to the tournaments. And now we'll head back to the show. Thank you again for listening and tuning in. Up next, we have our girl, Naomi Osaka.
We should actually go. We should go with seeds, Lucy. I know you haven't got it in order
Sorry.
here,
Yeah,
but
I didn't put it.
we should
Yeah,
definitely
go.
go Keys, Madison Keys,
My bad. Yeah, go.
being the seventh seed.
There's actually a lot of talk about her right now because her husband mentioned that uh, clay is actually her best surface,
Yeah,
and there's some people that
she's
are
won a couple
like,
titles on clay. Exactly.
I mean, yeah, and there's some people that are making noise. They're like, what is he talking about? But guys, if you know your ish, then you know who he's talking about. But let
You
me just
get
quickly
me.
read what he said. I think it gives her time to set up a little bit more. her forehand. She has a big swing. It takes time for her to produce the shot, and I think this surface gives her a little extra second to think and get set with her feet. And then also, her ball speed is so big, and I think despite the slow conditions, she can still hit through them. I think she's gonna get a little bit extra on the ball, obviously with the new frame and stuff.
Hmm.
So I don't know why it was like a shock to some people. Again, as you said, she's won some titles. She's gone deep at the French Open as well, and
Semi-finalist
other clay,
2018.
yeah, and other clay tournaments. So I don't think it's far-fetched. I think compared to other, I just feel like I wish she played a little bit more on the
Mm,
surface.
mm.
I think Madison Keys in general she's not really the type to play a lot of matches, especially as of recently, like late in her career. Like she will play like 2, 3 tournaments, but then still make it deep, which I understand. Like I'm not mad at, but I feel like if she played a bit more during the clay season, she probably would have, maybe people would have realized how good she is. And I think people like you and I, or people who know about Keys games, won't be too surprised when they hear like her husband saying making this comment.
Yeah,
So
because I mean, this year she played Charleston, which is she
mhm,
plays that quite a lot. She did lose round of 16 there. Madrid, she got to the quarterfinals in Madrid, where she lost
mhm,
to Swiatek in 3 sets,
yeah, and
and
she
then
bagelled Ego even the first set.
in Rome, she lost in the third round.
Stearns,
So yeah, that was a tight 3-setter against Stearns, who went on. She was on a ridiculous run. So
yeah,
she has played matches like on
mhm, mhm.
clay this year. She did take some time off after Australia, which was
Yeah,
understandable,
she took like a long time off, and she
obviously.
still came back and
Exactly.
played that much. So
So
yeah,
being the seventh seed, like again, she's going to be a name. She starts against a qualifier, so we don't know who she plays yet in the first round. But
hmm
yeah, she's done well. Like she's basically gone deep at Roland Garros. Like she's
hmm
former semi-finalist. I think she's definitely going to make second week. And then from there, it's like anything can happen. So
she could
imagine,
play KE Bolter in the second round, and
okay, the
potentially,
British number one.
yeah, potentially either Azarenka or Kenin. Or the Kenin for third round will be very interesting. Very,
Interesting. Yeah,
yeah. So we shall see. But yeah, a good luck to our girl
Addy,
Keys.
let's go.
Yes. Um, Naomi Osaka,
Hmm.
looking at her draw.
Cleomi.
Cleomi, she's had a really good clay season. I do want to check something because she is facing Badosa the first round,
Temp C.
and everyone is
That's
like,
tough.
"Oh,
That is
but
tough, Lucy.
I don't agree."
What do you mean?
Paula,
I wouldn't say
okay,
Badosa right now. She's in Strasbourg. I think she's
she's
like in
in,
the
and guess what?
semi-finals.
She's
Did,
literally
did
she's
she?
like 4-2 down on the last set at the moment.
Who's she playing?
Samsonova.
Son of a good player though. But yeah,
I'm
no,
not saying
Badosa.
she's a
But
bad player. My thing is, this is my thing. When I saw the draw, everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, blockbuster Badosa! Oh, Osaka Badosa." Badosa has barely played this
yeah,
late season.
She's been struggling with injury. Yeah, but
She pulled
She's the
out
temp
10
seed.
minutes. She pulled out 10 minutes before their last match, meaning Patrick has already prepared Osaka for this match. That's
That
number
scout
one.
report is ready. Yeah,
Listen, it is ready. So they prepared. She probably was like, "Oh, okay, Badosa, fine. Like I was supposed to face you
that's a great
before."
point. Yeah,
Calm. Number one. Number two, Badosa is not but the problem is I feel like people saw the name Badosa and started thinking about Badosa a couple months ago, like when she was on form. And it's not that she's on form because she's a bad player, it's because she's been dealing with injuries.
injuries.
Whereas you
Yeah,
have Osaka who's been playing more, won a title, who's been going deep, and she's been dealing with tougher matches. Like I need you guys to have a little bit more faith on Cleomi right here. A little bit more, okay? Because right now, because even like this has been, she has not played since Miami Open. Madrid Open, she didn't play. Rome didn't play, and then now this tournament in Strasbourg is literally her only tournament, and
Oh, yeah,
she's,
as in
as we
Badosa. I
speak.
thought you meant Osaka. I was like, huh? But yeah, no,
No,
Badosa.
but
Yeah,
those,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
those are,
yeah.
and even the round before that she's playing right now, she got a walkover because Buskova just
Yeah, she
she
retired
pulled
early.
out.
Yeah. Mm.
So I was just so like I was looking at the other round. Everyone's mentioning Badosa. I'm like, guys, just because she's a Spaniard that is clay doesn't mean that they're automatically a threat. Okay, let's calm down and let's put. And to me, I think the reason why I was a little bit annoyed is because I kind of feel like it dismissed all the hard work that Osaka has been making. Like, look what she's done this clay season compared to look what Badosa done this clay season. With all respect, like Badosa's still a great player, but she's not on form this clay season compared to
Mm.
Osaka. Now, if I do all this waffling and it changes something, my bad, bro. But you know, I want y'all to put my thing is I want you guys to just put a little bit more respect on Clay Omi. Okay?
I think
Now,
that's valid. I think that's very valid.
but regarding the rest of her thing, rest of her draw, I think is somewhat going to be dependent on the Osaka that we're getting. It's going to be fine, but I feel like round four might be a little bit more troubling. She might be facing either Andreeva or Putintseva, and with that player, I believe that they had. I think they head to head just matches, but I can't remember what their clay is. But either way,
Who's this? Pitts and Saver.
yeah. Either way,
We'll get that on the WTA app on the phone. It's not on the website yet. People chill out.
oh
Um,
gosh, yeah, I'm okay for Osaka this clay season because I think also for me it's because I don't have the expectation of her lifting the trophy. If that happens, this is great. For me, I'm like, if she even makes it to the second round, I mean, sorry, to the second week, we take it. Especially
yeah.
that this is later in her career that she's starting to improve on clay. It's not like, she's been great on clay before, 10 out of 10 and blah blah blah. Do you get what I mean? Like this girl
No, I
has
hear
not
you.
won a clay title since God knows when before this clay season. So I don't have like the maddest expectation. I think my only expectation is for her to make it at least to the second round based on how she's been playing this clay season. And yeah, again, a little bit like Coco, we just need to minus the errors because she's doing everything right. It's just that once she gets into her head, the errors piles up and it really costs her. But she's moving really well on clay. She has such nice shots. Her backhands has been really great. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think we didn't speak about it in the last pod, for the Paolini like celebration pod, but yeah, the match against Peyton Stearns, like she was very close to winning that as Osaka. And
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, imagine if she did win, like what could that have done in terms of
That's
like
true.
her confidence like going forward? But then also you've got to think, like you said, before this year, like she'd never won a title on clay. Like now
Mm,
she's won a title, even though it was 125. Listen, it's still a title. Like, and she did have to beat a lot of players in terms of like, well, a lot of home favorites, so a lot of French women. So the crowd would have been against her. But of course, there's also that added pressure of her being a Grand Slam champion, dropping down the level, like
mm-hmm.
that expectation. Of course, you should be winning. She did that. So yeah, I think whatever happens, like this clay court season, or say this clay court season, this Roland Garros, for Osaka, like she can look back at 2025's clay court season and be like, you know what, it was a good run. Like,
For sure.
so completely like you, I don't have any kind of expectations or, you know, I don't want to say high hopes, but yeah, I'm not putting any kind of pressure on her to like go deep at Roland Garros. Like, I think it's still very much a learning like process for her.
For
But
sure.
I do
100%.
I would not be surprised if she does make a run to like third, fourth round. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I can see that, and that would be good going, definitely.
I'm with you. I'm definitely with you. A massive, massive shout. Ooh. Speaking of Osaka, her latest collection, the Nike collection. I feel like each collection it gets better and better. That skirt, it's just, girl, I need it available international. Okay,
So we'll
that.
see what the fit's saying then as well, because of course she's gonna have a special
Oh
fit.
yes, she announced the flower. It's the pink one.
Okay. Oh, I saw
The
the shoes actually. Yeah, the
Yeah,
shoes look
looks
hard.
really nice.
Yeah,
Look really nice. So
yeah.
looking forward to her fit. So yeah, I'm very excited for the French Open fits because this clay season, I did a TikTok on it, guys. Check it out. On like the clay season fit, there wasn't a lot for me to talk about, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, aside there was for me Wilson,
Okay.
Coco, with the Mew Mew. This was an unpopular opinion, but I did like the Asics thingy.
APC. Okay, the collab.
Yeah, the collab.
I,
Yeah,
I,
I
I
like.
do you know what? Because I liked the Asics kit that Paolini was wearing in Stuttgart. I thought that was very clean.
That
It
one, the
wasn't,
dress one, yeah,
yeah,
the
it
dress,
wasn't it
yeah.
wasn't APC, but the way I thought it was just very nicely fitted.
Yes, exactly. So I felt like that for Rome as well. My point was I like the fact that they were thinking outside the box. It was different. It
Hmm.
wasn't the same as the usual one. I think that's what I raised it up. And I
Okay.
also liked it on the men's, with the sleeveless. Musetti looked really nice on it. The girls were going crazy. Oh, and a shout out to Musetti, second child coming soon. Hey,
Bravo.
shout out to the
Raw.
pops. That's why he's been out here making it far,
Grinding. Top tenner now.
grinding, taking care of his kids. That's a real man right there.
More mouths to
So
feed.
yeah, shout out, shout out to Masei. He announced it not too long ago. But yeah, those were my favorite. But we'll see.
Uh,
Non-black spin. Obviously we can't talk about French Open without talking about Iga Swiatek, who is everyone talking about right now. Her draw is looking. Hey,
honestly, I don't want to
what?
like, I don't want to be that person or like that podcast or that, I don't know, that platform. I'm not going to be, oh, woe is me. Like, I say woe is me. That's not the right term. Scrap that. Um, I am not like that concerned about Iga Swiatek's form, if that makes sense. Like, I don't feel like she's like having a kind of, I don't know, a crisis. She's going to drop out of the top 10. That's not going to happen. Yeah, she's had some strange results. But yeah, she's gonna flip it. Like she's too
What
good a player.
you think this Roland Garros is gonna do a madness?
Not maybe not this Roland Garros, but like
Mm,
this year, she will start to pick up results definitely. But she's definitely going through a slump. Like that's the thing, 100%.
okay. I don't know if I agree with that personally, and I
Completely.
feel like if she does pick up, it'll probably be like the end of the year. So you see
Okay.
how Coco, the beginning of last year, everyone was talking, she only won a 250 title, only for her to win a 1000 title with the WTA finals. Iga might have something like that, where she's
Yeah.
getting better at the end of the year. I don't think this Roland Garros she could, mainly not only because of her tough draw, but also with the fact that the top players they're grinding. Even the non-top players, they're going crazy. And one thing about tennis is that the second people can smell that the top player
Blood. Yeah.
is moving a bit mad, they
It's a
will
wrap.
take the
Yeah.
opportunity. Like there's no kindness, especially in the WTA. They don't give a heck. It's not like the ATP where everybody is buddies, buddies, boys, boys. Nah, bro.
Relax. Relax.
We are going, the girls are fighting. They are fighting. So yeah, Iga's going to be very, very, very tough for her. But again, this makes it exciting. This means that we're most likely going to get a new winner. Listen, Iga, you won it like 3, 4 times. Is enough. Is enough.
I don't
Let
know,
her rest
Lucy,
a
man.
bit.
We'll see. We'll see. Like, we'll
Well,
see.
it's true. You never know with tennis because as soon as she lost her room, she was the next day. All I got was literally
She was
posting a
there,
video
Philippe
of her
Chatrier.
hitting. She wasted no time. So yeah, but again, I've always said I feel like as much as Iga's a great player, I don't think she has that mental toughness like many other players. I feel like when she has a lot of, not in a bad way, but I just feel like when she has a lot of eyes on her, especially right now, where there's just so much going on, I think that will make her crack more than even her physical ability, if that makes sense.
Weston. I think it's an opinion, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
it's just an opinion. It's not
yeah,
disrespect to her. I'm not saying she's mentally weak, but I don't think she has that dog in her is not the
I,
same as some other
I
players.
think it kind of it's more what you said before in terms of like players aren't as frightened by her anymore. Like
Exactly.
I think that's more of a thing than anything else. Like players not as intimidated as they once were, like playing against
Mm-hmm.
her. So
Yeah.
so now it's for her to figure out a way to kind of get that kind of, I don't know, that fear factor back that she used to have.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think it will come back. Like she's too good a player for that not to come back.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
mean,
yeah, for
I'm
now,
not. I don't think Iga's going to be like this for like a long time. Like at the end
yeah,
of the day, this happens. You're not. There's one time where you're low, and then there's one time you're back
exactly.
again.
Sport,
Exactly. So yeah. Other than her, first round we got Rebecca Benchik, which I'm interested.
crazy.
Yeah, I think I'll
That is
like.
a mad first round.
It is a mad first round. I saw shout out to Anastasia. I think she said that she would be more excited for this if it was hard court, which I understand what she means. But considering that Rebecca and Benchik, like they've been good, but it's been like up in the end is clay. It could be exciting, so we'll see. What do you think about Sabalenka?
Yeah, what so top seed? Who does she start
Top seed.
against?
I think she starts with a I
Qualifier.
think yeah qualifier
Lucky
if
loser. Yeah, she's going to expect to go deep, isn't she? Of course. I don't think she's. Has she reached the final before?
no, Arena Sabalenka hasn't. I don't think so. Let me double check
So
now.
that must be on her that must be on a bucket list for her to go deep and hopefully win Roland Garros one day. Yeah, her best result
Mm,
was a semi-final in
yeah, semi-final
2023.
2023, last year quarterfinals. Um, so yeah, we shall see how that goes. Yeah,
I
she's
do.
facing oh Rakimova. She
Oh,
could
sorry. Yes,
face
it is. It's not a qualifier. Yeah, it's back him over.
Rakimova. Yeah, she could face
Raki
Collins in the round
Russian.
three. She could face Amanda round four quarterfinal. We might get her for quarterfinals again with Qinwen Zhang. I feel like the early rounds are fine. I feel like again the later rounds is where it gets tough for the
Of
ladies. It looks
course.
like I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of the
Yeah.
top players, the first couple rounds, unless obviously the opponents just move mad out of nowhere, it seems calm. I think I think it's hard to give a prediction because they're just on fire, man.
Hence why I hate giving them predictions. But staying with the ladies or from a blacksmith perspective anyway. So Alicia Parks, she has
Mhm.
14th seed Daria Katsakina. Sorry, not
Ooh.
Katsakina, sorry, Karolina Mukova, my bad.
Oh, okay.
Mukova's
Oof.
actually been playing, she's been struggling with injury as well of
Yeah, I
late.
was about to say I haven't seen
So,
her in a minute. Yeah.
but again, Parks, she's not had the best of results recently. So she's
Mm-hmm.
definitely going to be looking to put that right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's also Hailey Baptiste, up to a career high, world number 70. Shouts out to
Yes,
Baptiste.
sir.
And again, Lucy, we definitely said this earlier on in terms of pods earlier in the year. Like the way she's going about her business this year, like she's coming, and like there's consistency. Like week to week, she's winning 2, 3 matches at a time, like at
Yeah.
tournaments. So she wasn't doing that last year. So she's definitely becoming more comfortable, like being a top 100 player, which is good to see.
And you can see
Um,
on her game as well, she seems more focused.
ex-
She seems more comfortable. She seems more like she's moving a lot better. I feel like before she didn't really get a lot of credit for her movement, but I feel like now she's smarter with her movements and she
yeah,
seems
yeah.
more comfortable with coming towards the net or like covering, the court. But yeah, it's really nice to see. I'm looking forward to the rest of the
So she,
season for her.
she has the 23rd seed Beatrice Haddad-Maia, the Brazilian. I hope I'm saying that right,
Mm,
but that's going to be tough because
it's gonna
again,
be an interesting one, but if she wins, that's gonna be big.
Haddad-Maia, she's also playing Strasbourg. I think she's through to the semi-finals in
I
Strasbourg or
think so.
quarterfinals.
Let me double
Got a good
check
win
now.
against Navarro, so that's going to be tough for Baptiste. And then Robin Montgomery, so she plays the French home favorite Diane Parry, who's a wild card. That's gonna be very interesting.
That's going to be interesting. That's going to be a bit tough.
But I'm gonna say Montgomery's gonna come through, you know.
I hope so. I hope so. I think even if she doesn't, it will definitely be a free setter. I don't think it'll be like a free set.
And
I mean, straight set.
this will be her debut as well, like Roland Garros. So
Nice.
and yeah, she's in straight off the back of her ranking, which again is
Mm,
that just shows where her game's at the moment. Like she's trending in the right direction. So
for sure.
a lot of reason to be excited on the women's side. Are we going to give predictions at the end or?
Predictions at the end. That's fine.
Okay. All right then, cool. On to the men.
On to the men. Before we actually start, I put here on the notes, like, how are you feeling about the men's? Because I feel like this clay season, we're talking about the WTA a
A
lot in
lot.
the BSG
Yeah,
perspective,
yeah.
except for Arthur Fils, obviously. He's been on fire this season. But this clay season's been a little bit, to be fair, before the call, you did remind me that Ben Shelton did reach the final
Mm.
at Hamburg, was it?
Munich.
Munich, that's it, yeah, Munich. He lost to Zverev, was it?
Exactly.
Yeah,
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 BMW
yeah, yeah.
Open.
But
And
how do you feel?
yeah,
Because yeah,
like the clay season, it's a weird one because it is quite long when you think about it. Like, so
it actually is.
it kind of starts straight after. Well, obviously, there are a few hardcore tournaments after Australia, but yeah, there's a long lead up to Roland
That's
Garros.
actually true. That's
So,
actually true.
like, you probably forgot, maybe not, but I'm going to remind people Francis Tiafoe made a final in Houston.
True. True, Houston.
And
Yeah.
like I said, that was like months ago now. And yeah, he
Mm.
lost to Jensen Brooksby in that final.
Mm-hmm.
But again, yeah, like that's where he started his clay court season.
Yeah,
And then
that's true.
obviously
That was
after that,
it felt like that was ages ago.
you know what I'm saying? Then straight off the back of that was Monte Carlo, like, and then obviously Monte Carlo. We've had obviously the other Masters 1000,
Yeah,
Madrid,
yeah.
Rome. In between it was Barcelona, Feast doing well in Barcelona. Like, so I think because we've not seen, well, from a black spin perspective anyway, we've not seen like anyone in a Masters 1000 final. It's like, oh, what's going on? Like, like nothing's really happening. But
Yeah.
I feel like the smaller tournaments, the 500s, the 250s, we've had success. Just
Mm.
not like the winners' trophy, but yeah, runners up, still
Yeah.
deep runs. And like you said with Feast has made. He's just having a great season. Like the
He is,
consistency of Arthur Feast this year, like man, it's fantastic to see.
for sure.
So I think, yeah, to answer your question, like I'm actually okay with it, but definitely the women have. I don't want to say outperformed. Like there's been more to cheer about, but then there's also a lot to kind of I don't know admire like on the men's side as well.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah. But speaking of Arthur Fils, his draw, it's a little bit tough.
The home
Obviously
favorite,
we need to keep in mind Arthur Fils have never made past a first round at the Roland Garros, and
never
that is
won a match. That's
100%
it's unreal.
changing this year, okay? Because this is the real Arthur Fils. Again, we said it during the Rome a Rome review pod. I feel like I was not upset when he lost that match. I was like, yeah, my boy,
Save
let's go
yourself.
and rest. Save that body.
Save
You know,
yourself.
let's do it home. Let's do it home. But yeah, he is on Sinner's side. He could potentially get Sinner on the round 4, which I would absolutely love. Whether he wins or loses, I need that. I need that. So, Arthur Fils, I am begging you, let's go past Jarry, Munard,
Just make second
Parabelli,
week, I beg.
Rublev, Lucky Loser. Please, just give me a little Sinner Arthur Fils will be fire. But honestly, considering how he's been playing this clay season, there should be like you see how I said I have no expectation for Naomi Osaka, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's the
It's
opposite
a
with
versus
Arthur
beast.
Fils. I'm being a little bit strict here. I'm a little bit
Hey,
strict
listen,
on my
man. No
boy.
pressure, man.
But
Don't put
that's
pressure on my
because
boy.
I see it, man. I see it for
I hear
him.
you. I hear
Like I
you.
said this year, I want like a massive success for Arthur Fils. I
Lucy,
see it.
man, you've got you know how old is Arthur Feast? Don't look it up. How old is he?
He's like 20,
He's 20 years old. Like
20. He's not
20
even
years
21.
old,
It's
man.
crazy.
He's got a
It's
lot of
crazy.
time. Like,
I
let's
know,
let's
I know, I
relax.
know, I know, but no, man. It will make so much sense for him to make a deep run
Oh, of
with
course.
the season that he's been having.
Yeah.
Um, like yeah, I just feel like it would be great, and it would be great for him to experience the type of win at home. Like even for the fans, the fact that they have to experience his win a lot of time when he goes to other tournaments and not necessarily at home, it's a little bit different. So yeah, it will just even in terms of like the entertainment and what you could do to remember I said in the last pod, like is there's a difference when
No,
someone is playing
definitely.
in their home country and they're playing well and they're winning, they're making it deep. And I feel like with Ashraf Feast, considering that he's a black player, considering that, I feel like he doesn't get promoted enough in all honesty, with the type of players that he is. Like we can take so much from him. He's entertaining. He is very competitive. He's very, very confident, which people hate to see on black people in general and black players, hence why the comments are full of he's arrogant. No. He's just confident. Learn the difference. He's handsome. The people like him. They always talk people always talk positively about Ashraf Fils, from his game to the type of person that he is, and he's so focused. And it's been nice seeing him mature. So, and bro, I need this. I need that round four cinema match, please. Tennis guards, Ashraf Fils,
No, it will happen, man. I
Ashraf Fils'
do.
dad, please.
I do feel though as well. Like everything you said is yeah fact in terms of just yeah he's so marketable like in so many ways, but also yeah he's got the talent to kind of back that up as well. But then
That's the
Lucy,
thing.
one thing we need to realize too, as I guess media fans, whatever, like the pressure of being a
Of
home a
course.
home player, like that is
That's
kind of
true.
crazy. And he's
It
20 years
is.
old, so like he's still learning how to deal with that.
For
And
sure.
and now, yeah, like we said, or we've established before talking about him, this well, he's never won a French Open match in terms of singles, so he's still looking to kind of cross that bridge,
Mm,
which he will do, of course. But we
mm.
need to remember the guy's 20, the 14th
Yeah.
seed. Like he's doing a lot of things right already. So let's
True.
let's let's not forget that.
Okay, 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 okay.
But
My bad. Yeah, I was that
but
that was me as a fan
I
talking.
take
The
listen. I hear
excitement
you.
got
I hear
through
you.
me, you
I hear
know?
you. And because of course I want him to progress as well. And I would
Mm,
love to see that match against Sinner because that's going to be special just in terms of the atmosphere. Like, regard,
exactly.
forget the tennis, like the atmosphere. Can you imagine? That's going to
Exactly.
be on Philippe Chatrier. Like,
Oh,
the
yes.
crowd are going to be absolutely insane.
You need
Like,
to be there, bro.
listen, we might have to look into that. Quick Eurostar.
Like, quick Eurozar.
But no, I'm looking forward to seeing Arthur this year,
For
definitely.
sure. I'm with you. The next seed we have, I believe Shelton's the next seed, Ben Shelton.
But to be fair, he's the 13th. Ben Shelton is the 13th seed, so he's actually
Okay,
seeded
cool.
above
Okay,
Beast.
cool.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Shelton, so he starts against Lorenzo Sonigo,
Yeah.
which
I
is a
made a
repeat
really
of the
yeah.
2023 first round at
Yes.
Roland Garros.
What's interesting is that Shelton it does lead the head to head, but the
Yeah,
one match that Senegal won is that 2023 Roland Garros first round match as well. He won it in
four
four
setter.
sets. It was a long match. I think two of those sets were a tie break. But yeah, I'm hoping Shelton's gonna come looking for revenge.
It's 2-1 in the head to head, like you said. Their last meeting was this year in Australia, a
Yes,
quarterfinal,
and quarterfinal.
and that
Yeah.
again was a four setter. So I
Mm-hmm.
think going into this one, of course, yeah, Shelton lost to Sonego in Paris in 2023, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a different player now, isn't he? Like, and in terms of improvement, like he's made a lot of improvements since then. So
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
he's gonna be quite confident.
yeah. I'm trying to look at, and it looks like, and to be fair, it seems like this clay season, Shelton has had a better performance than him. He has lost first round to nearly all of his clay tournaments. except for the Madrid Open where he won the first round but lost to Alex on the second round. So yeah, like we said, Shelton made it all the way to the final. He's played a little bit more as well. I played more matches than him, a little bit more informed. So yeah, Shelton should be able to secure this one. And
Yeah.
I believe Shelton is in Alcaraz's quarter. Let me double check. Yes, he is. So
It was
we
that's the bottom
could
half.
get we could get, fourth round, little Alcaraz Shelton. That would be very interesting. But yeah, we'll see.
Interesting. I see there's
Oh, by the way, Paula Badosa lost her match. So yeah, again, guys, respect and Cleomi. Okay, sorry, let's go. Um, but yeah, Tiafoe's draw as well doesn't look.
15th
Oh,
15th seed, Tiafoe.
yeah, doesn't look too bad. He is on Fitz draw. Um, but yeah, I'm just I'm a little bit scared. But obviously, you said that at Houston, to be fair, Roland Garros he doesn't do too bad. I think the furthest he's gone is fourth round.
I think that's the best he's done.
Yeah,
I think
I
he
think
made
that's like
second
2
week
years
once.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
Um,
play he plays first round though, it's Roman Safulin, and we know what happened when he played him last time.
wait, what happened again?
Shanghai, where he lost it with the umpire.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But that was more the Empire, so it's okay.
Exactly.
It's
But
okay.
no, I think Tiafoe is playing some good tennis. He did lose in Hamburg
Mm-hmm.
to Bautista Agut, but Bautista Agut is
Yeah.
playing inspired, man. Um, so with me for Tiafoe, like I always say that he's an all surface player. Like he can basically turn it on every surface. That's why
True.
like
Yeah.
whenever he does make runs, and he's got the titles to kind of back it up. He's won on every surface. So
True.
that
Yeah.
speaks for itself. But I guess what I'm trying to say is whenever he does make deep runs, I'm never surprised because like I know he's got it in him basically.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the form like we've established, he did reach the Houston final at the start of this clay court season, and that since then he's had like some indifferent results here and there on the clay in Europe. But this is a Grand Slam. Like players do tend to up their level, like when it comes to Grand
Exactly.
Slams. So I would not be surprised to see Tiafoe again making a run to the second week. Um, but yeah, Safulin's going to be tough. Like that's a tough opener. Definitely, I can see
Yeah.
that going to four, possibly five. Like
Mm-hmm.
so, but again, that's a nice match to kind of get your tournament going. So
For
we'll
sure.
see how he goes.
Mm-hmm. For sure. But yeah, in terms of non-black spin, for me, I feel like Alcaraz had a really smooth, it looked like a really smooth draw. Do you think he'll be able to defend
Alcaraz.
his?
He sounds quite confident. I saw some quotes during the ceremony. He was saying how like yeah, basically he's feeling good. Obviously after Rome beating Sinner in his own country, like and Alcaraz is playing some good ball, man. Like he obviously we know clay is his surface, so whatever he
Do you
does,
think he's gonna defend his title?
I wouldn't be surprised. I'll say that.
Okay.
But at the same time, I don't know. What about you?
I think he is.
Okay.
I think he is because I actually think Sinner returning has given like a switch to Alcaraz.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
lot of time
yeah.
people actually only talk about the impact Sinner has on Alcaraz. I don't think a lot of people do it the other way around, especially like this is clay season. Maybe if it was the other surface, I could understand. And only other surface, I'll even say hard court because obviously Alcaraz has two Wimbledon titles and he beat the greatest to get it.
Same.
Well, one of the greatest. Paraphrase. Oh, happy birthday, Djokovic. Um, Only me would be shady and then say happy birthday. No, respect to Djokovic still, but yeah, but I feel like people don't really talk about that impact that he has on him, and I feel like it probably at the end of the day, Alcaraz is still a very competitive person. Like this guy, when he goes on switch mode, is crazy. And I think Sinner being back has brought that feel back to him. So the fact that Sinner's back, the fact that it's Clay, I think has given him, that confidence. And before even Sinner came back, he was already in like a different mental state, and which is why he won Monte Carlo and then he won all these other titles during the Clay season. Like he was already like, all right, cool, we stopped the nonsense now. Even though, to be fair, I kind of feel like people were a bit too harsh on Alcaraz when Sinner was
Interesting.
out. I feel like they were me included, but I was, to be fair, actually, no, let me say that, not even me included, because I wasn't expecting just Alcaraz. I wanted all the top players to
To
go
step up.
at it,
Yeah.
to step up. But I feel like a lot of people were only putting on Alcaraz because number one, you had a lot of people expecting him to take the number one spot. You had a lot of people expecting him to collect all the titles. He still won Rotterdam. It was a 500 title. It's still something. Like yeah, fair enough. He lost early in like the other rounds, the other tournaments. He for which Miami Open, it was Draper who took him out, and Draper ended up winning the title anyway. So he lost to the champion, who's been really on form. Draper was a finalist again, another 1,000 tournaments. So it's not like he lost to just anybody. So I do feel like there was a lot
It
on
was in
him.
Indian Wells, Draper
Indian
won.
Wells,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, Indian Wells, sorry, my bad. So yeah, so I feel like there's been like a lot on him when didn't really need to, especially considering like look at Alcaraz CV, bro. Like it's actually insane what this guy has. Like it's different.
Do the
So
research. It's not the
do the
truth.
research. Do the
100%.
research. Do the research. We're
100%.
always only talking about Sinner, but bro, Carlos Alcaraz is built different. So I think he could actually defend his title and easily as well. If he doesn't, just a distraction again. Because again, I feel like Alcaraz, though, a lot of time when he loses, it's not really his opponent. It's actually him.
Yeah, no, for real. Yeah,
A
for
lot,
real.
not every time, obviously we have to give credit to the opponents, but a lot of time, or some of the matches that he's losing, it's just him. That's why his fans, they stress as hell when they're watching him. Reminds me a bit of Sabalenka as well. And look, they're both great, they both got titles, they both do really good in so many different surfaces as well. So hey,
Yeah.
we'll see.
No, well
um
said.
Round one blockbusters from the men, I'm not really getting it. Oh, I do have a round two, which you mentioned and you reminded me, Monfils and Draper.
I was going to say, we haven't spoken about the black spin players. Like, we've got some black men in the seeds. So we've got
Sorry.
Felix Auger-Aliassime, 29th seed.
Yes.
So he
Has
starts
he?
against Matteo Arnaldi. Arnaldi used to give, he's given Feast a lot of trouble on the clay in Paris.
Right. Well, he's
Um,
still he's still in Hamburg as we speak right now, playing the quarterfinals. It's
he
still
is,
on
and he's
serve.
playing very well in Ham.
Yeah.
I'm liking
He
how he's playing, man. I like
he
how Feast,
he knocked out
Auger-Aliassime is looking,
Giovanni in straight sets
serving
the
so
round
well.
before. Yeah.
But yeah, he's got Matteo Arnaldi first round.
Mhm.
Again, Felix has made the quarterfinals. Let me just make sure.
The
He's definitely,
semi-finals, no?
was it the semis?
The one where he lost to
Rafa.
Nadal.
Was that a semi-final? If it was,
Was it
my
not?
bad, bro. It was a quarterfinal, Lucy.
Oh,
2021.
quarterfinal. My bad. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad, bro. The one that Uncle Tony robbed from
No,
his
my bad. It was a
players.
fourth round. It was a fourth round. I'm looking at Wimbledon. Sorry. It was a fourth round. So he's
Okay.
made the second week. My point is, there's no reason why Felix Auger-Aliassime should not be progressing past second week, fourth round, quarterfinals.
Mm.
Like again, he's got the game to play on clay, and he has titles to back that up. Um, and yeah, of course, he's not had the best of seasons. He's said that like he struggled this year. He has won two titles early in the year, which we spoke about.
Mm.
They were on hard courts. Um, but yeah, I for me like again something's going to click with Felix, and I
Mm.
feel like it's going to be at a Grand Slam. That's going to be an event, a Grand Slam event is where it's going to all change for Felix Auger-Aliassime. That is also my heart speaking, but a lot of my head too. Because yeah, again, the talent, he's just too good a talent. Like
Mm.
he should not be the 29th seed. Like he needs to be up in the top 20. He's a top 10 player. But of
Mm.
course, the results of late have not been, you know, of that standard.
Well, to
But
be fair, at the beginning of the season, he was doing well.
this
You
is what
know,
I'm
he
saying.
won the
Exactly. He won the
most
two
matches.
titles.
He
Yeah.
won 2 titles. He was about to go on a 3P, but he lost to Tsitsipas. But yeah, so we'll see.
So again, we'll see with Felix. But yeah, Amaldi first round. And then Giovanni Pechi-Pericard, 31st seed. So again, we did mention him winning the challenger in our last pod, but him winning that challenger basically got his ranking up in order for him to be seeded
Oh,
at the
that was
French.
smart.
So great timing. So yeah, he starts against the Belgian Zizou Bergs. That is a good opening round, I think, for Pechi-Pericard. Again, he's never
Agree.
won at Roland Garros as well, so he's looking for his first win at Roland Garros.
Mm,
And again, to be seeded, like it's these are big achievements.
for sure.
Guillermo Monfils, like we said, so he starts against Hugo De Leon, who's from Bolivia, I believe. And yeah, he could play Jack Draper, the British number one, world number 5 in the second round. That's gonna be crazy.
I
I
would
hope that
definitely
happens.
watch that. I hope that happens as well because you know Uncle Monfils, when it's time to whoop these kids' ass, he's gonna do it.
I can see that. I can see that being a 5-setter though, Lucy. I'm not
I can
gonna
see
lie
that
to
being
you.
long. I can see that being
An
long.
absolute tussle, like.
I can see that being long because the problem is you kids as well. You see Onk and you're thinking, yeah, shit smooth. Nah, man. Nah,
He's
bro.
chasing everything down, making you work as
Listen,
well.
Monfils is gonna make you guys work. He said, F y'all, man. I am here.
And
So
then
it'll be interesting.
lastly, Gabriel Giallo. So
Yes.
he's got a tough one. So he's got the 18th seed, Francisco Chirondolo from Argentina.
Ooh.
That's tough. But again, Giallo, he's had some good results.
Yeah, Madrid was a
Madrid
good
last
run.
date, like, come on.
So we'll see.
So I think, yeah, again, some good opening rounds there, and a lot to kind of be excited about, obviously. And just yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Lucy, man. I can't wait. Sunday we
For
get
sure.
started.
Quick shout out to the qualifiers that we have left. By the time this pod will be out, they will probably be done. But Victoria Mboko and Taylor Townsend are both having their final round. Obviously not against each other, but they have individually their
They're through to
final
the final
round.
round, yeah.
Victoria's apparently been playing really well. Taylor Townsend is actually her first like proper matches. Obviously, she was out for a little bit because of injuries. So
Good to see her
yeah,
back.
good to see her
I had
back.
no idea she was playing qualifying as well.
Yeah, I was
I just assumed she'll be in the main
in
draw, but
for singles.
yes, yes.
I thought she would just play doubles. I didn't think she would go for singles as well. That was my thing. Since she just come back from injury and stuff.
Because she's got Daria Saville in the final round of qualifying, and Mbuko has Kara Juvan.
Okay.
So
It'll be nice for them to grab it. So
two
good
winnable
luck to the
matches, definitely.
ladies.
But yeah,
Yeah.
no, of course, of course.
And then a quick shout out to Sarah Irani who announced that she's ending her single career. Hey,
Oh,
might
what
as
a
well,
legend.
bro. Listen, you're
But she's
doing
won
it,
it
killing it
all.
in
Like,
doubles. Exactly. That's
literally won it
true. That she's
all.
done it all. She's done it all. So might as well, and still pick up a little peas here and there, So yeah, so shout out to Sarah. Thank you for the headache that you've given us against my queen Serena. I will never forget that. I will probably tell my kids about their moments. And now you're with our girl Jasmine Paolini for doubles and stuff. So yeah, shout out to her. And now predictions. Who do you have? Who
Ladies
do you have?
first,
Ah,
Lucy.
stop doing that,
Ladies
bro.
first.
Stop doing that.
Ladies first.
All right, boom. Men, I have Carlos Alcaraz,
Which you said earlier,
my baby goat. Women, I'm sorry, I'm not picking just one. I have two. Either Sabalenka or Coco.
yeah. Oh, that's so boring. I'm joking. I'm joking. You have to give one though, Lucy. You have to give one. I'm sorry. Putting it on you.
When I say that, yeah, you're like, oh no, I can't pick. But cool. I'm gonna go for Coco. That draw is looking smooth. She's
Sound.
done 2 finals. I'm gonna put faith on my girl my girl Coco. I feel like wait, Sabalenka. What the further you said that 2023 semi-finals, right? Yeah, I think Sabalenka will definitely make it second week, but I feel like people are aware. I feel like the players are quickly adapting to Sabalenka's level. Not in level,
game
sorry.
style.
Like her game style, like they know what to do and to easily I feel like Sabalenka, you can easily get into her head. Even though she's improved a lot mentally, you can easily get to her head. The thing is Sabalenka that she has a lot of power. She is probably the only one of the best servers right now on the tour, and I'm not even saying just WTA. I'm saying literally on the tennis tour, WTA and ATP. I think she's a fantastic
In
server
tennis.
in tennis, point blank, period. And I think she doesn't get enough credit for how much she improved on the serve after so many. Bro, I couldn't believe. I look at Sabalenka like, bro, you have too much talent for you to be serving like that, and she worked on it so much. So it's going to be tough for some people, but again, Grand Slam, everyone is different. I don't think people expected Qinwen Zheng to knock her out at Rome Open, and here we are. And she might be
Yo,
feeling tired, bro. Listen, hey, these kids today, they don't have the same stamina as like the players back in the days. And rightfully so. They're playing more, they're playing longer. The game's more intense. It's not the
people are better
same.
athletes. Yeah.
People are better athletes, exactly. So her body might be a little bit like, hey, let's calm down a little bit. So
No,
that's
fair.
why I'm going more for Coco than Sabalenka, because Coco, her like as an athlete, I feel like she's better than Sabalenka as an athlete, and I feel like again, like I said, the things that are avoiding her from winning these titles that she lost were just the errors in the double faults. If that did not happen, Eugene would have been back to back. She would have done a Serena Williams 2013, bro. Rome, Madrid, French Open. I'm telling you.
Crazy.
So I got my girl Coco and I got my boy Carlos Alcaraz. Bring it to me, baby.
I like that. I like that a lot.
What about you?
Yeah, of course. So, yeah, probably know who I'm going for the women, of course.
Coco Gauff.
Exactly. And it is pretty much everything you said, but also, Lucy, during her speeches, during those finals, when she was, yeah,
Mm,
giving her speech, I think was it Madrid? Madrid first. She
mm,
said, and again, I'm not quoting verbatim, but it was something along the lines of, I'm sorry, like when she was thanking her team, she's like, oh, like thanks obviously to my team, and yeah, hopefully next time, like yeah, we'll be able to get the big one. And she kind of repeated that again at Rome, and I feel like the big one is Roland Garros. I feel like there's a lot of work, and clearly, yeah, the results have shown that Madrid and Rome. But I feel like this year she's been targeting Roland Garros, and I don't have any inside knowledge on that, but I just feel like this is the Grand Slam that she really wants this year. And I feel like she's going to be going all out, and I feel like the draw for a change kind of is looking nice, like it's worked out nicely in her favor, and I don't want to get too excited about that, but yeah, maybe it is omens. Like let's see. But I just feel very confident about Coco Gauff's game right now, and I'm
I
not.
like that.
Of course, yeah, the final against Paolini, she didn't play well, but Paolini played outstanding.
And this
Sabalenka,
is and sorry, I have to cut you off there. And this is what I was a bit annoyed when it come when I was, reading some of the stuff. I feel like people just like, wait, but what? The level from Coco. It's not like Paolini was just standing there. Paolini played her best match of like to me that was her best match of this season so far. It
yeah,
was
yeah,
her best match of that
I wouldn't
tournament
argue with that.
anyway. So yeah, so it's not like she lost to just one next player. She lost to a top seed, top ranked, on form player who came and played like a whole different level. So
Mhm.
that's and like I said, I think I even said it during our Rome Open review. That's why I wasn't too mad because it's like, yo, Paolini was on smoke. Like
And
it was
and
different.
the same could be said for Sabalenka in Madrid. Coco did play better, I thought, in that final, and she
A
could have
hundred
won the
percent.
second set. You were there for that. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
but again, I looked at her level and I was like, you know what? She's playing good ball. Like this is good tennis from Coco. So
Mm-hmm.
there's reasons to be very, despite the result, there's reasons to be very excited and like pleased with like how things are going right now. So I'm very confident about Coco Gauff winning Roland Garros 2025. For the men, I always struggle with the men. You know that. I'm gonna say it's gonna be funny.
You're just gonna be different and say Sinner, aren't you?
I don't. The thing is, Lucy, I feel like you mentioned Sinner Feast. I feel like if Feast can get through that match, my God,
I think the pressure would be too much.
not you going back on your word.
No, I think no. Hold on. I said second week for Feast. I didn't say picking up the thingy, but I feel like if Feast, no. When I say pressure would be too much, I'm talking about if he beats Sinner,
And then the expectation
and
after
then the
that.
expectation of after that. I think.
But I feel like the way he is, yeah, this is my segment now. Let me talk. I feel like the way Feast is, yeah, I feel like that's also going to carry him and like kind of give him more like, do you get me? Like I'm the man, and he is the kind of player that can handle that. I feel, even though he's so young. So, am I going to say Feast to win the French Open?
Are you actually saying it? I mean, it's not crazy, you know. So, I mean, Chris from Tennis Weekly podcast said Madison Keys for Australian Open, and she won it, and everybody looks at him crazy. And that was a name out of nowhere. She did not even play. She was busy getting married.
You
And
know,
she
Lucy,
popped up and won.
I'm gonna put it out there.
You're saying
I'm,
after Feast to win the
I'm
Grand
gonna be
Slam.
on my shout out to my football fans or soccer fans. Ange Postecoglou. So Tottenham just beat Manchester United
I
in the
saw
Europa
that.
League final. So Postecoglou, who's the Tottenham manager, said wherever he goes, he always wins something in his second season. This is his second season
I
as
saw
being
that.
the
I
Tottenham
saw the
manager.
thing. Yeah.
So it's like you have to believe in your shit. Like so right now I'm believing in my prediction.
I
Coco Gauff for the
I'm
women.
leaving
I'm
it to
gonna
you.
go Arthur Fils. A
Wow.
French.
Okay.
I'm going. We've done it.
We've done.
Listen, tip it up. Tip it up. Arthur Fils winning the French Open in 2025.
I am dead. All
That's my
right,
story, and I'm
cool.
sticking to it, man.
And we gonna see how that goes. So, guys, tune in for the French Open. Starts on Sunday. Looking forward to it. More excited than I expected. And yeah,
So
make
it's
sure
gonna
that
be
you give us
good.
a follow on socials to stay up to date. Obviously, we'll try our best to tweet on live matches, but on our Instagram, you know, there's daily posts on the matches. Follow us on the TikTok. Thank you so much on the engagement, guys. The comments on YouTube has
Oh
been
man,
really
so
great
good,
as well.
so
And we're
good.
glad that you guys are enjoying the consistency. We are trying, you know, and grass season is coming up. You know, our season is home time soon, baby. So, you know, we had to get you guys, you know, used to it. A lot of you guys are probably new here and you see what we have for grass season. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Roland Garros. So let's see. Will it be Arthur Fils, Carlos Alcaraz, or will it be Coco Gauff or Coco Gauff?
Love that. What a way to end. Let's go. But yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in. And yeah,
Thank
like
you.
Lucy said, just keep track or keep in touch on the socials. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.